Hello and welcome to Dr. Mommy Cakes. Today I'm going to be telling you the difference between a cake drum and a cake board so that when you want to order you know the difference. A cake board is really thin. It's a thin piece of cardboard. Sometimes it just looks like this on one side, sometimes it's coated on the other. Really thin. This will not hold your cake. This is good for putting between layers. If you're doing a two-tier or two-tier or multi-tier. This is a cake card. It's thin. Sometimes it's just plain cardboard. Sometimes it's coated on one side. This is very thin. You don't want to be setting and stacking up a cake on a cake board. It will not hold. It's not designed for that. This is designed either for putting on your cake drum, or if you are making a really tall cake and you want to support the layers, this is good for putting in between layers. It's also good, say, if you're making a stacked cake and you needed to put dowels and support, you can put this on top of one tier and then stack on top. That's what a cake board is designed for. A cake drum, you can see already, much thicker. It will hold your cake, so you can stack your cake on this, okay? So cake drum, thick, will support your cake. Cake board, not thick, will not support your cake. And that's the difference. If you're just making a one-tier cake that's not too tall, you can just stack your cake directly on a cake drum. Or what I like to do is I put my cake on a cake board because it's easier and smaller. And then when I'm finished, I put the cake on there. So I'm going to decorate a cake now and I'll show you the difference. In these series of videos, I'm going to hopefully demonstrate and show you the difference between a cake drum and a cake board. So in this video here, I'm decorating directly on a cake drum. As you will see, I'm decorating a tall 3-layer cake, and a cake drum will nicely hold the weight of my cake. You can decorate directly onto a cake drum, and this is how you will present your cake when it's finished. So a cake drum is nice and thick and will support the weight of your cake, even if you make tall cakes as I'm making in this case. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please take a moment and subscribe to my channel now. Thank you. And as you can see, here's my finished product, nicely sitting onto my cake drum. There are different types of cake drum. Here, it's a masonite cake drum, and it's again a cake drum, but it's coloured with foil, and it gives a nicer, neater finish. But it's also a cake drum, and you can see that the cake drum has different thickness, but it's sufficiently thick enough so that it will hold your cake. And again, this is quite a tall cake, and it holds the weight quite nicely. Now in comparison, here in this video, I'm going to be using my acrylic disc to decorate a tall cake. If you don't know how to use acrylic disc, you really have to learn. So check out my video showing you how to decorate with acrylic disc. So because I'm using an acrylic disc, I use a cake board initially so that it will support the weight of my cake, and it makes it easier when I want to transfer. But I'm still going to transfer my cake board onto a cake drum because a cake board will not hold the weight. So here you see, because I've got a cake board underneath the cake, I've got something to hold when I transfer my cake. And here I am transferring my cake onto a cake drum. So in summary, let's look at these videos. You can see this here is a cake drum, nice and thick, will hold the weight of your cake. And this is a cake board, thinner, useful for layers. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe and like my videos. See you next time.